Howard Michael Mandel, born November 29, 1955, is a Canadian comedian, television personality, actor, and producer. Mandel is known for voicing Gizmo in the 1984 film Gremlins and the 1990 sequel Gremlins 2, The New Batch, playing rowdy emergency room resident, Dr. Wayne Fiscus, on the NBC medical drama St. Elsewhere, and creating and starring in the Fox children's cartoon Bobby's World. He has also been a judge on NBC's America's Got Talent since 2010, and Citad's Canada's Got Talent since 2022. He hosted the American NBC and later CNBC game show Deal or No Deal, as well as the show's daytime and Canadian English counterparts. Early life and education. Edit. Mandel was born in Toronto and grew up in the Bathurst Manor neighborhood of the city. He is Jewish, and his ancestors emigrated from Romania and Poland. Mandel is a distant cousin of Israeli violinist Itzhak Perlman. His father was a lighting manufacturer and a real estate magnate. Mandel attended William Lyon Mackenzie Collegiate Institute, where he was expelled for impersonating a school official and hiring a construction company to build an addition to the school. Afterwards, Mandel worked as a carpet salesman. He was a stand-up comedian at Yuck Yucks in Toronto, and by September 1978 he had a week-long booking as a featured act, which was billed as a wild and crazy borderline psychotic. On a trip to Los Angeles, Mandel performed a set at the Comedy Store, which resulted in his being hired as a regular performer. A producer for the syndicated comedy game show Make Me Laugh saw him there, and booked Mandel for several appearances during the show's run in 1979 and 1980. He was booked to open for David Letterman at shows in the summer of 1979. CBC TV's head of variety programming sought his performance in October 1979 and immediately signed him for a TV special. In 1980, he won the lead role in the Canadian movie Gas, co-starring Susan Anspach and Donald Sutherland. Mandel was one of the first VJs to appear on Nickelodeon's music video series Pop Clips. Mandel came to national attention in the United States during a 6-year run on St. Elsewhere, starting in 1982 and playing the role of Dr. Wayne Fiscus, opposite Ed Flanders and Norman Lloyd. He also appeared on a week's worth of episodes of the short-lived NBC game show Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour in March 1984. While working as Dr. Fiscus and continuing to work as a comedian, Mandel also worked in films, including providing the voice of Gizmo in the 1984 hit Gremlins and its 1990 sequel, Gremlins 2, The New Batch. In 1985, Mandel made a cameo in the Michael J. Fox-directed short The Iceman Hummuth, which was subsequently broadcast on Late Night with David Letterman in November 1985. In 1986, he starred in A Fine Mess alongside Ted Danson. He performed his stand-up comedy act in several cities, the Watusi Tour, which was followed by his Watusi music video in 1987. For the first 2 seasons of Muppet Babies, he voiced Bunsen. In 2003, while Mandel was deciding whether or not to quit show business, the executive producers at NBC asked him to host the show, but he declined many times. They then mailed him a tape of the overseas version and he finally accepted, citation needed. In 2007, he hosted a 5-episode run of the Canadian English version Deal or No Deal Canada. The show then went to daytime with Mandel remaining as host, although Arsenio Hall was originally intended to host the show. In a January 2009 interview on Anytime with Bob Kushel, Mandel expressed mild, jovial frustration over how some of his contestants hold out during the game show, even though the grand prize is many times what they would make in a year. On March 12, 2018, it was announced that Mandel would host the 2018 CNBC revival of the game show and also become an executive producer. The show premiered on December 3, 2018. Mandel is one of 3 game show hosts to host the same game show in 2 different countries, the others being Donny Osmond for Pyramid in the US and the UK and Ian Robinson for The Weakest Link in the US and the UK. In 2024, Mandel was credited as an executive producer on the reality game show spin-off of Deal or No Deal titled Deal or No Deal Island. In the finale of the first season, it was revealed that he is the secretive banker who made offers to the contestants over the course of the game. He did not return to be the banker for season 2, as it was confirmed that the banker for that season would be a woman. The banker was later revealed to be celebrity and former Deal or No Deal briefcase model Chrissy Teigen. Got Talent. Edit. In January 2010, it was announced that Mandel would replace David Hasselhoff as one of the judges on NBC. CBC's America's Got Talent after Hasselhoff announced that he was leaving to work on a new television series, 21. Out of all judges on the show, Mandel currently has the longest tenure than any other judge or host, spanning 16 consecutive seasons, season 5 at present. In October 2021, it was announced that Mandel would be a judge on the second season of Canada's Got Talent, which aired in 2022.